There is a document that every SOC 2 audit requires, and almost no one talks about it until they're 3 days away from their audit date. And then it becomes a panic. It's called the Management Assertion. Here's what it is and how to get it right the first time. When a CPA firm issues a SOC 2 report, they're not just assessing your systems, they're also attesting to a statement that you, as management, make about those systems. That statement is the Management Assertion. Think of it this way. The auditor's job is to say whether your assertion is fairly stated. Your job is to write the assertion in the first place. So what does a management assertion actually say? It typically covers 3 things. First, it describes the system that's being examined, what your product does, what data it handles, and infrastructure it runs on, and the boundaries of what's in scope for the audit. Second, it states the trust service criteria you're being evaluated against, most commonly just the security category, though some companies add availability or confidentiality as well, based on your audit scope. Third, it asserts that your controls were suitably designed and, in the case of a Type 2 report, operating effectively throughout the audit period. You're essentially saying our controls worked as intended. The auditor then tests that claim and tells the world whether they agree. A few things founders often get wrong here. The assertion has to be signed by someone in management, typically the CEO or CTO. It cannot be written by the auditor, and it has to match the scope of the audit exactly. If you say your system covers AWS and GitHub and your auditor finds something outside the scope, it creates problems. The good news is that the structure is fairly standard. Most audit firms provide a template. And if you're using a compliance platform like Compliant, your scope and control documentation is already in place. Writing the assertion now becomes a 2-hour task instead of a 2-day one. The management assertion isn't complicated, but it does need to be accurate, signed, and ready before your audit kicks off. Don't leave it to the last minute.